Last summer, Clemson removed John C. Calhoun's name from its Honors College. The Board of Trustees formally asked to take Benjamin Tillman's name off Tillman Hall as well. In a WYFF News 4 investigation, Gabrielle Komorowski tonight working to find out why that hasn't happened. Her report is all new at 6.
Like clockwork, life on Clemson University's campus revolves around this building. Built in 1891, Tillman Hall is the focal point. That focus zeroed in on Benjamin Tillman, one of the university's founders, last summer. After the death of George Floyd, Clemson students spoke out. They demanded change, and the school's board of trustees said change would come, saying, quote, "We must recognize there are central figures in Clemson's history whose ideals, beliefs, and actions do not represent the university's core values of respect and diversity." The school's website acknowledges Tillman was, quote, well known for his racist views.
Find the defendant guilty.
Over the next 9 months, as George Floyd's killer was brought to justice, Tillman's name stayed on this building. No bill was introduced in South Carolina's legislature to make the change. WYFF News 4 Investigates learned that the State House member representing Clemson was never contacted by the school.
I have not been approached by the university. I've been approached by some alumni, but not the university proper, no.
Representative Jerry Carter is a freshman lawmaker. He supported the name change when running for office.
If they think changing this has a positive impact in terms of how students feel about Clemson University and who they promote and who they represent, then that's something that should happen.
There is a bill to remove Benjamin Tillman's statue from the grounds of the South Carolina State House in Columbia.
If enough people in this state were to know the history behind Tillman, they would want the statue removed and put in the museum for, ancient white racists.
Tom O'Brien runs the group Take Tillman Down.
I think the Confederate flag was the start. Tillman just seems like a slam dunk on something that's inappropriate.
The group holds monthly rallies at the statue. O'Brien thinks renaming Tillman Hall would help their cause.
It certainly wouldn't hurt. I think it would be a good move on their part. I don't know why you would want to have a building on your grounds named after the man.
Representative Carter believes change will likely come at Clemson, but could not say when or how easily it would happen.
I know there is a strong feeling among legislature that we don't want to revise history. And some feel that pulling monuments, changing building names, it's doing that.
Because of the legislative calendar, any effort to change the name of Tillman Hall will likely now have to wait until 2022. Gabrielle Komorowski, WYFF News 4.